All right, closing comments. Senator Peterson, I'll let you start.
Thank you, Madam President, and I'll be fairly brief here. I just, first of all, want to thank you for what you've done with this. You have faced incredible opposition and hostility, and you have handled that with grace and dignity. So I want to thank you and recognize you for that. Again, the goal here is election integrity and making sure our citizens have faith in the process. So as we wrap this up, what are our next steps? Where do we go from here? And I think there's legislation, and I think there's law enforcement that needs to be involved. So I'm going to name off 8 bullet points here that I think need to be handled by my colleagues and by our Attorney General. First of all, and what I have found perhaps the most unsettling through this whole process is the obstruction that we have seen from the county. The failure to comply with the auditor, a brazen willingness to violate a legal subpoena. Our Attorney General said that was against the law. It's truly alarming. And furthermore, to their willingness to expend significant resources, human capital, you name it, to block and to stop this audit. As I recall, it was like $18,000 or something like that for one of their audits that they spent money on. How much money have they spent trying to stop our audit? It has to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that would be an interesting number to see. Number two, the numbers don't reconcile. As you've seen through, this is a theme throughout all the reports, all of us as citizens, we should be able to pull up these election results, and we should be able to, every direction, reconcile the numbers. If I subtract, early ballots, or if I subtract, or if I add the rejected, if I, no matter which way, you should be able to come up with a reconciliation so that everything balances. That needs to happen. It appears that they broke the law with duplicate ballots, and that's a huge deal. That needs to be resolved. We need to get to the bottom of whether that law was broken, how to prevent it in the future, hold people accountable that did it this time. Churning of logs. The churning of logs. We need to find out why that happened. Who did it? What was the motive? What was there? We need to get to the bottom of the logs that were there. Chain of custody issues. Number 5, chain of custody issues. Number 6, a failure to preserve data files. And number 7, cybersecurity weaknesses that were shown by Mr. Cotton, so evident here. Those are not going to get any better. We're seeing people being held hostage via cybersecurity every day, and it's constantly becoming more sophisticated. We have to definitely need to up our game there. And number 8, the envelopes with blank signatures. We have a lot of questions there that need to be answered. So with that, Madam President, I look forward to working with my colleagues and with the Attorney General in any way to resolve these issues and to improve our elections and to increase election integrity in the state of Arizona.
Thank you, Senator Peterson. Senator Peterson is our Jude chairman. This started in the Jude committee back in December, and only appropriate to end up there. And my closing remarks, first and foremost, let me tell everybody that all of these reports are up and posted on our website for you to access all of them. That website is azsenaterepublicans.com. azsenaterepublicans.com. You can all go there and see all of those reports. Second of all, I have already transmitted a letter to our Attorney General's office with all of those reports. That not only includes everything that we have noted here, but also everything that Senator Peterson has concerns about. The Attorney General has that. We are asking him to open up a formal investigation so that he can pursue and get seek additional information, additional facts, perhaps get some of these missing things that we were never able to get, verify all this information, and take the appropriate actions of anything that is necessary to do. I have every confidence that he will be doing that. I also want to say thank you to my Senate Republican colleagues. When we started this, it was, we had a caucus, and every single one of our Republican members said, this is important. Our constituents have questions they want answered. We didn't think it was going to be this long. We didn't think it was going to be this expensive or this difficult, but we did it. We hung in there, we did it, and as you can see, we do have some work to do here. We have a lot of work to do because, quite honestly, if we don't follow our rules, don't follow our elections, this is how problems can happen. We also know that 18 different states sent representatives here because they have constituents asking the same questions. And the very least, what I think that we can all come out of this is that we need to do audits to some extent. We need to do bigger audits on every election just to make sure that everybody's following the rules. So with that, I want to say thank you to Mr. Logan, Mr. Pullen, Mr. Cotton, Mr. Bennett, all of you present, Mr. Shiva, Dr. Shiva. Thank you for all your hard work. I know this was very difficult on you and your family, Mr. Logan. You've been here for many months, and you've left your wife and 11 children back at home, and he has another one due in next month, in a couple of weeks. So you gave up a lot for this, and we appreciate it. So to everyone, thank you all very much. Thank you for being so polite up there. We appreciate that. And prayers and blessings to everybody.